everyone, it's Fran here, back with another video. So you guys know the drill, and if you're new and you don't know the drill, thank you for being here, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. If you have not yet subscribed, make sure you hit that button, like and share this video so we can keep the good stuff going. Alright, so this video is going to be all about how you manifest and create by scripting, but just not your normal scripting, because there's two different ways to script, and I want to talk about both of those ways, but I also want to talk about the way that is most effective for me. Now I'm going to tell you something that it seems to me that every time I script, I see things show up really quick, because the key to scripting is to not have attachment to it. The key to any kind of creating is to not have attachment to what you're asking for. And that seems to be the hardest for us to do, you know, us physical beings to do, because we want to control it. We want to know when it's going to happen. We want it to happen right now. And we really have this how, when, what, why mentality. When I first started manifesting, it was easier for me to do it scripting than to visualize it and use my vision boards, because it seemed like it just was not coming quick enough, and I kept going back to the board thinking, God, did I miss something? Or I kept, you know, looking at it. But I learned to script and write letters to God. And so a lot of people call it scripting, some people call it writing letters to God. I combine and do them both. It depends on how I'm feeling and what it is that I'm needing. I ask the universe to move on my behalf through my scripting. I script every day. Some people call that journaling, but it's scripting really if you write it the correct way. If you want something to happen in your life and you want it to happen quickly, the best way to do that is to see it as it already is happening, to act as if. Now people say act as if, and then people say, well, I can't act as if because that's not being truthful, and I don't feel that in my spirit. My spirit doesn't feel like I'm telling the truth. But when you really claim your power and you stand in the energy of who you are, when you are speaking productive, positive things over your life, your spirit can't deny that, because that is who you truly are. It is the mind and the ego mind that says, that ain't who you are, and why are you saying all that? But once you connect to your consciousness, you begin to realize, this is who I am. I do deserve these things, and I desire these things, and I'm thankful for these things coming into my life. So I do my scripting and my letter writing differently. I have 4 different journals that I use. These are old journals, and I'm going to share something that I just recently reread out of one of these journals. But I have one for business, one for love, one for travel, and one for spiritual enhancement and elevation. I also now have one for money, and I did not bring that down, I'm sorry. But I also have one for money. So I have 5 journals, and each one of these journals either were gifted to me or I seen them and I thought, oh God, I like it. The key to scripting and the key to manifesting and creating with writing is to like your journal, to look at it and be able to say, oh God, this is really good. I really like the way this journal feels. It feels good to me. Don't just go pick up any old notebook and start writing in it. You want to pick up something that when you look at it, it kind of makes you happy and it sparks your sense of creation. That's another thing that a lot of people don't do. They get a piece of paper and they just start writing and scripting. The thing about a piece of paper is it can get lost. The second thing is that when you see just a white blank sheet of paper, you're just like, okay, let me write this down. But when you go to your journal, you know that there's magical things happening in this journal, right? You know that you've wrote some pretty powerful stuff in this journal. So you feel different when you pick it up. At least I do. So try to get a journal that feels good to you. Try to get a journal that when you look at it feels good. The reason that I picked my travel journal is because it has all of these stamps on it. You see, like Big Ben and Brooklyn Bridge, all these places. So it reminds me of travel. So I always script in this journal about my traveling, trips I want to take, things I want to go, places I want to see, but also with this journal, I carry it with me when I travel so I can write down my travel experiences. So not only are my scripting and my letters to God in it, also my thank yous are in it, right? So you've got to have a gratitude journal somewhere. You can put it within one of your other journals, or you can just get a different journal and create a gratitude journal. Very, very, very powerful. All right. So I said that I wanted to share something with you guys before I kind of move on. So I was going through my journal, and this one is really, really written in. You guys can see almost every page is full in this journal. But back, this was written 7/13 of 17, and I used to come into my prayer space, and as I still do. But back then, I was asking for words of the day. Like, what words do I need to use today in my life? Or what is applying to me today in my life? And I would sit and I would meditate for a minute and I would pray. And then Spirit would start to speak. And I would get my journal and write it down. So this particular day, I wrote, solitude, ride the wave, metamorphosis. And then my scripting started out with, this is an amazing day. Great things are happening all around me. My life is really, really good. I think about where I was and I love where I am. I am completely amazed at the metamorphosis in my life, and it's getting better and better. Today I ask, accept, and allow, and I just kept going and going and going. And then after that I said, I am living my dream. I am traveling the world to speak and teach. I have helped thousands and thousands of women. I am enjoying everything that I do. I have a great relationship, blah, 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 blah. The reason I shared that was because at that point, things were not like that. Some of the things that I wrote were like that, but some of the things that I wrote were not like that. Then I went back to the messages that I was getting, right, from Spirit. Because back then I was really, 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 really seeking, because my life was changing and I knew it was changing, and I really wanted to be in divine alignment with that change, right? And one of the messages that I got was trust in divine order. Let me read it. Let me read it verbatim to you. It says, trust in divine order and allow. The way is not yours to figure out. Now, let me tell you something about your girl. Back in the day, I was a really big, how is that going to happen? Libra with a Capricorn moon. I need evidence of how things are going to work out and how they're going to balance out. So I am a big, I want to know how that's going to happen. And I was getting all this information and I was figuring like, well, how am I going to do all that? How's it going to happen? So almost daily in my scripting, I got the word allow. Allow. Let the resistance go and allow. Which is one of the reasons I started scripting. Now, I am is two of the most powerful words in the world. God created with I am. I am is a sentence within itself. I am speaks things into existence, right? So if you're scripting and you're saying, I want, one day I'll have, maybe this will happen, this could possibly happen, it would be nice if this happened, I don't know how this is going to happen, then you're putting all these question marks out into the universe. And let me tell you something about the universal energy of alignment, right? The universe is willing to play with you. Your angels are willing to give you what you desire. You just have to know what that is. Scripting helped me do that. Before I could write my complete sentences and my complete story, I would write, what do I want? What would make me happy? And I would write words. Sometimes I would write sentences. When you are scripting, it is your way of feeling and getting in tune with who you are, what you want, and how you want it. When you begin to script, you script and you write as is. Now, when you're writing a letter to God, it's a little different. My letters to God are different than my scripting. My letters to God consist of, Dear Father, Mother God, thank you for, and then I give my thanks. Then I say, as a child of the King, as inheritance of the divine kingdom, these are the things that I desire. I know that it is my right to be provided for. I know that it is my right to have more than enough and enough to share. I know that it is my right. Do you understand? Do you see the difference? In scripting, you are I am. I am. In writing your letter to God, you are reaffirming and decreeing who you are and what is your divine birthright. You have to know what your divine birthright is. You have to know who you are. And here's the thing. You have to seek yourself. Like watching YouTubes of people who are teaching things that resonate to your spirit. Reading your word. Reading books. Whatever is resonating with your divine nature at that point, you need to call that in and expand on it. Sometimes as Christians, we get hung up on the wording of things. We get hung up on old teachings, but we never take time to find out for ourselves. As a Christian spiritualist, I did not see any problem going to God for myself and saying, here is what I desire and here is what I want to know. Lead and direct me, guide me to the person, place, and thing to help me achieve this. I want to be divinely aligned with my good. As I begin to say those things, my scripting began to change. It began to get more powerful. And when I would read it, I would feel good. And I would walk with my head up, knowing that I am a child and heir of the King. I am a woman of power. And I have all this goddess energy moving through my body because I am connected to the God of the universe. And there is nothing I cannot have. Scripting can help you if you have problems visualizing. If your vision board's not working, if your affirmations are not working, try writing it out. Take some time in the morning, first thing in the morning after you get up, brush your teeth, give your thanks, do your prayer, affirmations, whatever it is you do in the morning. Take about 5 minutes and write down your day. How do you intend for your day to go? Don't say, I intend for my day to go. You say, my intentions for this day is, this is an amazing day. Everything is flowing in my behalf today. Clients are calling, things are moving, etc., etc. You get it, right? These are the things that I teach my coaching clients and in my classes, because these are the things that a lot of people won't teach you. They'll give you bits and pieces, but they don't give you everything. It is my purpose to help you get to where you want to be, because I want you to have what you desire to have. And so does God. Don't let nobody tell you that He does not. Try scripting. Let me know what you think about it. Try writing the letters to God. Let me know what you think about it. And if you have not done either, tell me what happens when you do. If you have done it, tell me about that experience and what you think about it. Let's have a conversation. All right, guys. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know a lot of you guys are going to ask me about this amethyst. Isn't it gorgeous? Thank you, lovely LaShawn, for my necklace. I love it. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you come on over to Instagram and check me out over there. Lots of good stuff happening. Alright, have a great and fabulous day. I will talk to you later. Bye for now.